Today on Hearts of Heroes.
We have a truck that's hanging on by a thread.
A big rig cab hangs precariously off the side of a bridge.
They say that a semi was hanging off the bridge. No, it couldn't have been.
This attempted rescue will require precision teamwork, a trained group of professionals, and a daring rope rescue.
What we were met with was something significantly more serious than what we had planned on.
Plus, a fire department and a famous TV star surprise a brave young girl facing a life-threatening illness.
With lives hanging by a thread, these heroes plunge into the fray with unwavering resolve, courage, determination, and compassion.
First responders devote countless hours to training for all types of rescue scenarios, especially focusing on highly specialized rope operations.
Despite their training and preparation, sometimes firefighters are faced with a rescue even they could never imagine.
Which is exactly what happened when the cab of a semi-truck dangled over the side of a bridge in Louisville, Kentucky. Louisville is the most populated city in Kentucky, and it's also home to Churchill Downs and boxing great Muhammad Ali.
Louisville as a place is extremely dynamic. We have 2 airports in town. We have multiple expressways and highways that run through. We have the river that flows through.
That river is the Ohio, separating Louisville from the state of Indiana.
We have 3 main bridges that take us from Indiana to Kentucky. The Clark Memorial Bridge is a 4-lane bridge with no divider, no median. So there are 2 lanes each that oppose each other.
So you'll have overturned semis, multiple car pileups. So we do a lot in this city, any type of rescue you can think of.
Being a large city with bridges, high-rises, and many waterways, rescuers train for all kinds of emergencies. On the afternoon of May 15, 2024, it would take every resource that the Louisville Fire Department had when this happened.
911, Operator Sparks, where's your emergency?
We're on the 2nd Street Bridge coming into town. There's an 18-wheeler hanging off the bridge.
You said the semi is hanging over the edge of the bridge?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. She's hanging over the bridge.
Is the driver out of the truck at all?
No, she cannot get out of the truck. She's in the cab that's pointing towards the water.
She cannot in the cab that's hanging over the water?
The cab is hanging over the river.
When I first got the call and the caller told me that there was a semi hanging off the bridge, it did not register in my head that this could be a real thing. So I processed the call, got it up for police, fire, and EMS to all go, and then they confirmed to us that the semi was hanging off the bridge.
There was a semi truck driver. Someone came into her lane swerving around a vehicle that was stalled. And when they came around in her lane, they took out her axle, which gave her no control and sent her right over the edge.
You have a semi hanging halfway over the bridge. 6 inches of metal that are just holding it there.
The biggest fear was that any sharp movement in that cab could be deadly, especially daunting given that the bridge towers over 70 feet above the Ohio River.
We have a truck that's hanging on by a thread. So we need people in harnesses. This is going to be a high-angle rope rescue. So I look back at one of the guys in the back. Hey, I need you to put on a harness.
That guy in the back was firefighter Bryce Cardin.
I'm getting the harness on and getting ready, and as we're pulling up on the bridge, I'm finishing my last buckle, and I hop out, and that's where it started.
They knew the situation would require a rope rescue, but there was one major obstacle.
I look up at the bridge and think, we're not gonna be able to do our normal, let's just rig to the bridge and then lower ourselves down, because the truck has protruded out 20 feet. So now we need something that we don't normally use in this manner, and that would be our aerial ladder.
Coming up, training meets improvisation as a life quite literally hangs in the balance.
You're 100 feet out and 100 feet up, when you're swinging in the air, trying not to touch that truck was pretty tough.
2024, as a big rig cab was hanging off of Louisville's Clark Memorial Bridge high above the Ohio River, first responders knew the situation would require a rope rescue. Once the truck was in position, they rigged the ropes to the ladder. They would use what's called a dual rope system, where one rope releases slack to lower the rescuer. Another rope tightens the slack to raise the rescuer.
He said, we're gonna send the ropes through the ladder and we're gonna drop you over. And I said, let's do it.
There was definitely an unconventional in the moment. And what I mean by that is we do train for that rope rescue, that pick-off rescue. We've done it hundreds of times. We don't train to do it off of our aero ladder.
This would prove to be a painstaking and intricate maneuver. First responders tried to calm the terrified truck driver.
Sergeant Lucas, he was talking to her about stay calm, try not to move a whole lot, because what we had was unsecure. You wanted to just reassure her that we're coming, we're trying to get to you as fast as we can.
To put the plan in action, they would first have to position the engine ladder above the teetering cab.
That day we had multiple people that were running ropes, physically hands-on ropes, and we had a couple people on each one controlling the ropes, letting slack out, pulling slack in.
The goal there in mind is let's get the ladder tip directly over the cab so we have a point that we can take our ropes from that can get us directly to the driver of the semi.
You don't train for something like this at all.
I was so focused that I was locked in. Like that was the feeling of that I'm gonna be the guy to get this done. They're controlling the ropes up top, but it's on me to get it done at that point.
I remember telling Bryce, one thing I do not want you to do is step onto the vehicle itself. I don't want you to shift it. Here's where it's holding on, and we don't want to move that.
As you're 100 feet out and 100 feet up, you know, when you're swinging in the air, trying not to touch that truck was pretty tough. But I was able to get my foot positioned on the mirror first and then put my leg on the door.
When he made contact, he did his best to reassure the terrified driver.
I'm like, hey, I'm here, but here's what I need to do. And she was awesome to be able to basically help me help her.
Firefighter Carden emphasized to the driver the critical need to remain calm and still. Any slight movement could potentially send the cab plunging into the river below. The next thing Carden needed to do was get the driver into a harness and out of the cab.
As I started to pull her out, I realized that the seatbelt was still caught, so I had a knife on me and I was able to cut her out of her seatbelt and pull her out to me.
But as he pulled her out, something frightening happened. Coming up, with a life on the line, there is no margin for error.
I knew it was out of my control at that point.
Once I got the signal to extend the ladder to pick them up, I knew I had to be extra cautious.
If this thing falls, we just want to be away from it.
But first, some advice to help keep you safe on the road.
Did you know that there are over 600,000 vehicle bridges in America? And while many are architectural wonders, they can be challenging for motorists to navigate.
Many bridges have narrow roads, lack breakdown lanes, and freeze much faster than typical street concrete.
So if you're crossing a bridge, take it easy and be alert. Drive safe, be in the know, and cross slow.
Firefighter Bryce Carden was hanging 100 feet above the Ohio River, attempting to rescue the driver of a big rig that was hanging off a bridge.
So with technical rescue, you don't want to rush anything. However, you have to go quickly, move with a purpose. Because in this case, you've got that precarious position of that truck, and we're not sure, is it going to fall into the water?
There was a very tense moment in there because she was leaning straight forward, the cab was, and she had her feet on the gas and the brake at the same time. So as I pulled her out and took that pressure off of that air brake, it went shh. And so everybody on scene was like it was like a split second. I'll never forget that. I was like, even myself, I was like thinking, I got to get her out now. Like I was going to yank her out.
He quickly got the driver out of the cab and gave the signal to bring them up.
I knew it was out of my control at that point. It's all on them.
Our next movement is going to be, let's get away from the truck. If this thing falls, we just want to be away from it. Captain Rogers has his guys extend the ladder out. That brings Bryce and her up.
Once I got the signal to extend the ladder to pick them up, I knew I had to be extra cautious because not only did I have my firefighter, I had the lady that was trapped inside on that rope.
And then, sure enough, She comes right over the edge onto the street, and that is a sigh of relief for all of us.
The driver was taken to the hospital to check for any injuries. And once the rescuers had a moment to collect themselves, they too were struck by the magnitude of what they had just experienced.
I didn't even realize that my heart was beating as much as it was until afterwards. I have this watch that told me I probably needed to take some meditation time because my heart rate was elevated for so long.
It was like running it into the goal line. Then my adrenaline came down. It just clicked in like, what did we just do?
What they did was perform an incredible rescue.
Being able to be the person on the rope and my team come together on that day to get it done, it was such a good feeling. It's definitely why I took this job.
Recently, Sheldon Yellen of our sponsor, Belfour Property Restoration, visited the scene of the rescue on board Louisville's Marine One rescue boat.
Bryce, what goes through your mind when you come back out here and see that bridge?
So coming back out here, it all just kind of comes back to me, everything that went on that day, you know, just the teamwork that went into it. And every time I look at it, I think about how proud I am to be a Louisville firefighter, what this opportunity was given to me by being a Louisville firefighter, you know, and it's definitely life-changing, but it's been good for the department as a whole.
And Bryce, does being back out here make you proud?
Very proud. Very proud of myself, proud of the Louisville Fire Department, and just proud of my whole team who was able to get it done that day. You know, it's so much of the success to the team, you know, and to her, how she was able to keep her emotions in check and help me help her. So just very proud of the whole crew, and now we can continue to learn and be better next time.
Because of this highly specialized team of first responders, they were able to perform a rescue unlike anything their department had ever done.
It's just a testament to their training, to their skill set, and to their preparedness.
I was proud of our whole team that we were able to just come together and get it done while the whole world was watching, essentially, and so it was good.
We have pulled off something that we've never done before, and it's good to see all that training come through. It's a good feeling. We have accomplished a once-in-a-lifetime rescue.
Coming up, a brave young hero meets her favorite TV star. But first, important info for parents looking to keep an eye on their teens while they're out on the road.
Did you know that the fatal automobile crash rate for 16 to 19-year-olds is nearly 3 times greater than drivers 20 and over?
Accidents can be caused by reckless behavior, excessive speeds, and distracted driving. For parents of inexperienced drivers, there are websites and apps where you can track driving stats in real time.
These programs are inexpensive and easy to access. They'll help you rest easy after seeing that your teenager is committed to safety behind the wheel. Every day, firefighters protect their communities from countless calamities.
But these brave men and women also serve their neighborhoods in ways that many of us may not realize.
Project Fire Buddies is an organization of firefighters from around the nation which offers support and services to children fighting critical illnesses. And we were there when they gave one brave girl the surprise of a lifetime.
Kurt DeGroot started Project Fire Buddies after seeing the positive effects meeting firefighters had on young kids, especially those battling life-threatening illnesses.
I'm a career firefighter, a paramedic. I felt like there was something there that we could do a little bit more. So that's where I developed the idea. We're gonna get the boots on the ground, create these relationships, and build these bonds with these true heroes. We turn those lights and sirens on, we bring presents, we bring gifts. Every child's different, so we listen to what they want.
Today, they are teaming up with the Cicero, Illinois Fire Department.
We were contacted by Project Fire Buddies that they had a child in our district that had need for their services, and we're gonna be the face of that in this neighborhood because we're the local firehouse.
On this rainy afternoon, they're going to surprise a special young girl named Raina, who's been battling pancreatic cancer.
We talked to Mom, had some conversations, found out that she's a huge fan of Chicago Fire. I then naturally asked who's her favorite character, and she told us Herman.
They reached out to actor David Eigenberg, who plays the role on the series.
Hey, David, we got a fire buddy that is a big fan of yours. Do you mind making a video for her or whatnot? And he's like, you know what, Kurt? Why don't I just go out there and we'll meet him in person? And that was huge.
I get inspired because of the real first responders, the heart that they bring, going out on runs, the genuine concern that they have for the people in the communities that they're serving.
Raina, who dreams of being a firefighter someday, has no idea that she's about to meet her favorite actor, along with some real-life heroes.
Feeling nervous. I hope I'm one of the characters she likes.
The first thing I thought was, is another neighbor's house burning down? What's going on?
Hi, I'm Lieutenant Hill. It's so nice to meet you. We got some stuff for you. We got some stuff for you guys too. Doesn't that look fun?
And I was like, what? The real firefighters, in real life, actual trucks and everything.
You like the show Chicago Fire, I heard?
Yeah.
Yeah? We got another visitor for you.
Got a little surprise.
No way!
No way?
No way!
Nice to see you.
And then that's when David comes out, I'm like, oh! I was so surprised. I was like, wait a minute, what's going on?
He popped out, and her emotions, it was amazing.
Seeing her face light up, just a gift.
Are you surprised? You knew we were coming, right?
Oh,
You didn't know we were coming?
You didn't know the Cicero guys were coming?
No.
Oh, Mom keeps
Cicero,
us
man.
secret. Mom keeps us.
As an aspiring firefighter, Raina had always dreamed of seeing a fire truck up close. So David and the squad invited her and her siblings to hop in.
Come on, guys.
You guys want to go see the fire truck?
Who's gonna race me there? I'm winning. Watch out for the puddle. Hop it. Oh! You beat me. Good job.
Watching the show and seeing how they help people and then thinking about it, they do that in real life. I've been oh, I don't know what I want to do when I grow up because now I kind of want to be a firefighter because it seems so
Great.
cool.
It is cool. It is cool.
I want to do that too. It's so cool. You get to save people. One of the main things I thought about right now is I'm gonna call my friend and scream at her.
You gotta call her now.
You do? Really?
No? Guess who I'm next to?
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah?
I'm kind of sitting next to Herman from Chicago Fire.
Now he's not only shocking Raina, he's shocking her friends. And you can see Raina again got giddy, and she's shaking, holding her phone in excitement. I mean, it's an outstanding thing.
Hey, Sally, how are you today? You good? We just came by to say hi to Raina with all the real firefighters from Cicero here, because Raina likes first responders.
The firefighters and David still had a few other gifts for Raina.
You get one too. Just like us.
I'm an actual firefighter, guys.
Yes. Oh, where's the bag? I'm gonna give her a little something.
Oh, that's awesome.
Now Raina had a surprise for David, her own original artwork inspired by her favorite TV show.
So you drew all this?
Yes.
That's really good. She shows you her artwork, and she's really thought about it. She's cared about it. She has a love that she's imbuing, bringing it into her life through her work, and that's an artistry.
It means the world just to know that she has support.
And then we're gonna see you soon, right? This is just the start. This is just day one.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
So we're not going anywhere, okay? We'll
Okay.
see you soon on your birthday. That's all right?
Just for all of our mental state, this really made her day.
They can bring a smile to somebody's face. I'll do it anytime. And also with real first responders, Project Fire Buddies, that's just a gift.
These kids are the true warriors in this world. The world needs to slow down and see that there's kids fighting major battles, and they're the true superheroes. These kids are what makes Project Fire Buddies.
It makes me feel like fighting was worth it. Doing everything was so worth it because life is beautiful.
The incredible rescue on the Clark Memorial Bridge just goes to show how training, preparation, and teamwork can be an unbeatable combination.
Not to mention ingenuity and unyielding dedication to their job. That's what first responders are really all about. Our heartfelt thanks to each and every one of them. And thanks to you for watching. We'll see you next time on Hearts of Heroes.